Thank you so much for joining me. This is A Touch of Tarot. My name is Genevieve, and I am recording at a different location right now. I will not be doing Skype readings for the next 4 days. I don't have availability for them. I can fit in recorded readings possibly if needed, and I am working on the readings that are already booked, which is why I can't arrange Skype meetings right now. So let's get right into the energy here, because this is the message and vibration I'm getting for the day. It's about really getting centered, and the divine masculine for many right now are having trouble trying to connect with themselves and with what they want and following through with what they want. That's the message I'm getting. For the divine feminines, I am picking up that some are in that exact same state. However, I do feel that a lot of feminines are trying to maintain this positive, elevated vibration because they are aware that their thoughts are creating their daily manifestations, and that's why they're trying to keep themselves uplifted. But the masculines, I feel, are in a more confused state of mind. So it's really important to not be discouraging towards your masculine, to actually be proactive and motivating. And if you're not speaking or on speaking terms, you can still be proactive, you can still be positive and be an example, set an example for your masculine and everyone else in your surroundings, okay? So I'm going to pull a card here, and we are going to get the message for the masculine, the first message for the overall energy of the collective divine masculine, December the 5th, please and thank you. Not coming out yet. Let's see. This is a new deck, and I will be reading from the book for this one card. That's for sure. Oops. So really interesting, but we do have the thinker that came out. So that's basically reiterating in its own way exactly what I'm saying. The masculine, and I couldn't say it any better, is in this state of trying to understand what they want. Let me just find this page first. Sorry. Here we go. Of what they want, and it's their inner truth that it really comes from. This card is about knowledge and instruction and reinvention. That's the labels on the card. So the father of knowledge, the thinker, formidable intellect, has persisted even into the afterlife. And he has no illusions about who or what he was in life or in death. This will and reason from the foundations of the city district around him, and his will and reason from the foundations of the city district around him, and he uses, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. His will and reason form the foundations of the city district around him. I knew that didn't make any sense. And he uses his knowledge to instruct those who come to his university of the mind. The thinker teaches us that there is no state in which and form which we cannot learn. Interesting. And that often the best way to improve is to teach and exchange knowledge with others. So that message actually tells me that the masculine may be talking to people around him about what he's going through right now. For some of you, that will apply. But what this also tells me is this masculine is looking at where he's come from, and he knows who he is. He knows what he is. And there's an issue here because it's contradictive energy with who he is and what he now is thinking about and feeling and wanting. Is actually quite different from the foundation that he's already built. It's outside of his district, city lines, we could say, right? This is something in the new. This is something, I don't know why the word abyss comes to me. I don't think that really applies, but this is something out there. This is something new and unknown. And he's battling a bit because he is actually looking at the past, looking at himself, who he knows to be, looking at what he's built, you know, the university of his mind. This is a very intellectual person. This is a very wise person, father of knowledge. Everything this person knows to be true is getting reevaluated, basically, with the reinvention. They're really just, it's like the energy is pushing towards him. And if you see that little blue line, it is almost like these energies are all around him, giving him messages. And some of these energies are coming directly through downloads, directly through dreams. And this masculine, who is not used to not understanding something, is in this element now. I just have to take a good look at this. He's holding scrolls because these are, you know, the contracts that he's already made and feels have to be binded, when really it's time to execute the finale of these contracts and move forward into a new contract. Okay, there is this orbit of light that I keep on looking at, and this is just reminding me and reiterating, it's almost like an alien ship there as well. That it's the unknown, and anyone is afraid in a sense of the unknown, you know, but it's important for this to happen. It really is. This is what's going to lead the way to new ways of thinking. Sorry, let me just pick up the cards I dropped, and we can begin with this tarot deck. So this is a new tarot deck, and I haven't gotten to study it, but I'm very interested in using it and seeing what message we have. It's a small deck, so, and I left this card in there purposely. I call it the plot twist card. It's actually just a card that comes with the deck. It's not one of the actual tarot cards, but this is the plot twist. And if you can see in the picture here, I'm not sure exactly what card this is, if it's the Lovers or what. I doubt it's the Lovers, but you never know. There's a masculine and feminine energy here, and they are kind of floating in the middle of water, trying to stay afloat. So this can represent two energies, two people that are actually struggling to stay afloat right now. There's surroundings of almost fairy-like energy. It's not even like, there is fairies there, but it's more about that alien energy. Once again, the unknown is surrounding them. So it's like messages are circling this couple and maybe trying to push them off of the ledge. I'm not sure yet, but let's see what we have here. So we have the Wheel of Fortune, and I did pick it up in reverse, so I'm going to get into it in that sense. This may be, you know, this plot twist or this beginning here, it may be the beginning of the end is what I hear actually. It's like a new beginning, but something definitely does have to end. And here's the pie chart on the computer, and this is telling me, you know, whoever it may be is looking into the facts here. Where can I fit this in? How can this whole situation belong? What actions do I have to take as well? So someone's really strongly trying to figure something out. This could actually almost be the divine feminine looking into the situation the masculine's in and wondering, can I fit into this? We have the Five of Wands in reverse. So the battling part of this is over. It's like almost like the actual physical battle is over now, and now it's gotten into the intellectual side of trying to figure this whole thing out, okay? And I do get the vibe that, you know, whoever this is here in the Wheel of Fortune card, this person is surrounded by elements, or I shouldn't say elements, entities, energies that actually want to help this person figure this out and get moving forward. Because the procrastination of the situation has gone on for too long. 10 of Swords energy, and as a, you know, it's exactly what I'm talking about. There's no more time to just wait around in pain and sorrow. It's time to step up. Okay. Wow, a lot of cards are coming in reverse, by the way, which is interesting. At least I feel like it. I only see one, but the Wheel of Fortune was in reverse as well. So we have the Five of Swords here in reverse. So there's a lot of conflicts that are actually ending here, which is a really good energy because this will allow a new beginning to present itself, a new option to present itself. And the more that I'm looking at this, I'm almost feeling as though the first card could be representing the divine masculine and feminine and the struggles that they've been going through, trying to stay afloat in this situation. So the Tower card is here. This is about someone walking away from nonsense, and it's outright scandalous behaviors or thoughts as well. This is about someone choosing not to look back at the past or what has happened at the past. This is about someone choosing growth over, physical stimulation. So this is also about someone choosing love. There's two different energies here, but I feel like intimacy and also physical pleasure is important here. But this person right now is choosing to walk away. This person is really walking away from something that's toxic almost, because it may have, in a sense, taken them over and caused a lot of confusion. So taken them over mentally. The Lovers. So this person is making a choice or has made a choice. To be honest, right now we're very dominated by feminine energy. So this could be the reason why we have the Thinker here as the first card coming out. The masculine could be thinking because he's picking up on the energy of the feminine, who is making choices to go either in a new direction or, just figuring out, how does this work? How can this work? And is this going to work? Okay. This is really about her, though, the feminine wanting to take a new direction, to make a choice. You can go up this hill and, going up one way, it looks like there's people waiting, and going here, it kind of looks like going with the crowd into a dark zone. So there's options. Okay, tell us more, please. What is the masculine up to? Please tell us and explain this with the thinking, the overthinking energy. So here we go, the Seven of Cups in reverse. And the masculine wants to get back into a state of mind of peace and knowing and surety, like what he's used to. This masculine may be a businessman, so he's used to making decisions and knowing, where to cut something and where to keep something. But right now, this masculine is not sure, because to be honest, in the upright, this person is pretty sure. She's picked a cup. Here, the masculine is not sure just yet. It's about an informative decision. And as I said, at the bottom we have the Six of Pentacles, but it reminds me of someone going to get advice. So once again, I'm feeling that the masculine may be asking or looking in to advice about this situation. I believe that the masculine is very aware that he has hurt the feminine and possibly also hurt someone else or other people. Could be something that he has witnessed as a child, his mother being hurt or anyone else being hurt. And he knows what he's done. And it's like he wants to take the sword out and take the pain away from the feminine. And at the bottom, we actually have the Novice of Swords. And it's like he's carrying that sword he wants to rip out of her heart at this point. And he's taken it out. He doesn't want to cause destruction and pain. Hanged Man. He realizes that he has actually left the feminine in a lot of confusion. And I just heard this energy of you get what you deserve almost. The masculine, for some, is feeling quite responsible for taking the feminine out of her comfort zone in the wrong way, in a toxic way. Because the feminine has been and may have been even more grounded before. And right now, the energy is very much so of chaos and maybe even some disappointment, temperance. And so what this is saying is that there is healing needed. Some of the divine feminine may truly need to take a good look at this situation. I see almost these magical glasses. I don't know if you can see them there, that white sparkle. So it's about putting the glasses back on and taking a good, clear look at this. Taking a good look at your old self as well, and where and what parts of your old self that you love that you've let go of. This can also be about the feminine focusing on herself, focusing on work, because I do see a pentacle in the background, and that's rare. The feminine is at this spot where she, instead of waiting for a phone call or waiting for contact, she's gone to start doing her own work or start building her own career with the Ten of Pentacles here. Really taking a look at what she wants. This deck is actually quite beautiful, you know. She's really checking everything out here. Ace of Wands. So what the feminine energy, or the masculine, I should say, actually, because I'm asking here what's going on with the masculine. What he wants is to, I hear, clear the table. Like, so get clear about things, find clarity, and take actions that will lead to success with his feminine, you know, because we do have the Eight of Wands, Six of Wands there, with his divine love, with the person he cherishes. So what's the final message for this reading, please? Sorry, I have someone coming, so I'm going to keep this short. Two of Wands, and at the bottom we have the Novice of Wands, which is the Page of Wands. So right now what this is saying is the masculine and the feminine are both in a very similar energy, wondering which direction to go and where this will lead them. There's definitely a flame burning, and you can see it right here, but it looks like the feminine has packed her bags, and that may be representing that you're ready to move on. We see that the flame is actually burnt out there. So this can be because of a buildup of waiting and overthinking and trying to figure this out and being patient, but also getting discouraged, you know. And also the fact that for the feminine, it looks as though your career and money is picking up. So many of you are like, you know, why focus on this that's holding me back, that's like a burden that I'm carrying around, if I can just put out this flame and go in a new direction. And you see she is carrying a wand, and that wand actually does have a beautiful energy to it. At the end of it, it's like a light, and that's the light within herself. So she realizes it may be best to put out that flame for the masculine and put it behind her and move forward. And the funny thing is that as this is happening, the masculine seems to be noticing the connection more. So that could lead down the road to something that may, you know, kind of not work out because of the fact that one person is ready to move forward, you know, and focus on career and business, the feminine energy here, and, you know, walk away from this situation with the Hermit, go within and just leave it be for now. And the other person, the masculine, sorry, the card I dropped. The masculine, let's see. Oh, we have two sevens that came out for the masculine. So we have the Seven of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. So it's like the masculine is realizing what he's done to create these blockages and figuring out a plan, and wants to work with the feminine and clear the energy to create some life here, to create something beautiful here. The masculine is looking at the feminine as a very creative, I want to hear like fundamental person in his life, someone who he's realizing, for some, he's realizing he really does want this new beginning, this fresh start. So what's going to happen, because it looks like the feminine is, you know, not paying attention here. The Four of Swords and the Seven of Swords. So what that's telling me is the feminine is taking a rest from this right now, which is perfect because, you know, there does have to be this time of separation, and we have the Emperor on the bottom. So the feminine is relaxing with the Four of Swords, taking a look at everything that's been going on. She has all different types of swords and blades around her. She's looking at what's benefited her in the past and what she wants moving forward, and just really opening up to herself. And with the Seven of Swords, that's an energy of doing some exploration on her own. And, you know, this is the same person here with the knapsack, and she's taken herself and actually gone on a new voyage here. And it's not about another person. It's actually alone, probably to get peace of mind. And she's moving away from all the chaos that the Emperor energy has brought into her life at this point. And I'm going to pull one more card for the final message. And I really thank you all. And I'm looking forward to doing more readings with these new decks. So the overall message, and this is the time to stop here because this was the first card at the bottom in the beginning. So we have the Chariot. And this is about, you know, guidance and those elements I was talking about coming in to help. This feminine has actually really, truly, whoever I'm talking about here, the feminine, this has turned into a more of a feminine reading, has really made the choice to put things to rest and start afresh somewhere else. The car is packed, but this is the thing about that, is that the car is actually broken down. So what this is telling me is, as much as the feminine is ready for this single life, running away from the situation, running away from the pain is not going to happen. It's actually something you need to face before you start a new voyage. You should face all of this because it will come back up to bite you. You know, maybe she didn't change her tires or fix her tires or change her oil, whatever it may be, and it still needs addressing. Okay, and this is why the car has stalled, and you know, she's sitting there in more contemplation than ever. Okay, so I hope that this is helpful to someone. I really appreciate all your likes and subscriptions, and I will be posting hopefully later, pick a card, and I hope that that really helps people as well. I'm going to do a pick a card about how your masculine felt, maybe either the last time he saw you or what he is feeling currently. Maybe that's better, actually. But yeah, so thank you so much. Bye for now.